Here we go. I think it's working. 3, 2, 1. Eyes open. Episode number 203 of the Left Hand Labs podcast is live right now. I just looked on the Periscope app. Is the mic? How is the mic? Is the sound good? I hope the sound is good. It was good when I checked it, but I just I made a mistake. I forgot to change the title, so I went to the Periscope app so I can delete the one with the wrong title, and it said that it's going to be gone. So what we gonna use to stream the Twitter now? I don't know. That's not even a question really for y'all. I'm just in my head wondering, like, hold on, what? I don't know what I'm gonna do, or what? I guess Twitter. I guess it's still because it's working. I just checked it just now. It's streaming to Twitter, so I don't know. But episode number 203, it's a special day, not because it's something that happened in sports or nothing like that. But this is the day that I went to Best Buy. You know what? This day only comes around once a year, so I'm gonna tell y'all the story for the new people. If you've been listening to the Left Hand Labs podcast, then you probably know how it started and you'll remember or whatever, because I'm sure I told the story before. But this is how the Left Hand Labs podcast came to be on this day in 2017. So that's 18, 19, 20. That's 4 years ago. I put that in the story. Make sure y'all follow the podcast as well as the shop on all social media at Shop Heirlooms, ShopHeirlooms. But I put that in the story on the gram today because it was, all right, this what happened. I had my girlfriend at the time, right? I think we had just went to Rich Relly Rail's podcast. When he had a podcast, we were on it. It was somewhere at like a recording studio kind of setup thing. And so we were there. And when we left out of there, I was like, like the next day, I'm like, I've been talking about starting a podcast. Why haven't I done that yet? Not a podcast like how that was, where it was at a place. I wanted it more of like a web show. Excuse me, excuse me. More of like a web show. Like you see how we got the chat right here. It's interactive. The chat is ready to display messages. And like you upload them to YouTube and people can come and watch live and interact. Like I really wanted one of those. They got those on YouTube. There's a million of them. Like I told you, well, I don't know if I've talked about this on the pod. It's like Knicks ones, Dolphins ones. People go live and they just talk their talk. They have people calling, that type of thing. And I'm like, I really want to do that. Why haven't I done it yet? And she was like, word, what are you doing? Why haven't you done it? Why don't you do it? And I was like, damn, word, you're right. I had a MacBook already, so I just needed a mic. And I was like, I could do this shit myself. Like, what am I waiting on? And I went to Best Buy I'm talking about that same day. I went to Best Buy. I bought 2 of these blue, whatever microphones. I don't know what they call blue. I don't know the name. The box is still under here. I bought 2 of them. I found out later on that you can't have 2 of the same ones unless you got like a mixer or something, because you can't separate the whatever. And that was a long process. I never recorded a podcast prior to this day 4 years ago, like on my own. I used to write sports. I had a sports blog called The Lefty Report, and I used to write ill write-ups on that joint. That joint used to be OD. I used to do it straight from my phone. It's really no excuse. It's nothing stopping you from doing anything that you want to do for real, because all you need is a phone. That's it. And if you don't even need a new phone, you can use a phone. As long as you got internet or Wi-Fi and a smartphone, you can really do anything. I started the shop just off of my phone and using the camera and the internet. And I used to write the sports blogs, the Lefty Report, and then they got it caught the eye of somebody on Twitter, and then I started covering the Knicks and the NBA for SpinItReacts.com. Like I had never went to school for journalism or nothing like that, even though I should have. And I might go back after I finish, because I'm almost finished with school now. I might go back and just to have, something on wax to show the pilgrims. But you don't need none of that, because I got a job in journalism with having no prior experience. I mean, I was on the newspaper in elementary school, but like, does that really count? No. And well, I mean, I guess it does, but who knows? Who cares? So I said, okay, and I bought the 2 microphones. I came down here in the shop. I opened the microphone up. I opened my MacBook up, and I went to GarageBand. And then I said, okay, how do I do this? Once I figured out how to get the mic to work, bam, that's it. I started the pod, and then it was over. I made like 6 episodes that whole week. Like, I was doing one every day. Like, the intro episode. Like, you could go back and listen to the intro, and it's not bad. Like, that's just, I sound like I know what I was talking about. You feel what I'm saying? All the years of listening to ESPN radio, just talking sports to people, and I mean, it's just what I do. So it was like a fish in water for real. It was really easy. It wasn't difficult, and like the next day, this crazy how the universe worked. The next day, Barry asked to get out of Cleveland, so I had more shit to talk. It was amazing. I started trying to have people on, and like looking back now, 203 episodes later, episode every Monday. Haven't really missed a Monday, and who knows when, unless I'm incapable or I'm not here. We went from just having just the garage band to now it's live, like it's you. First we had it. I had Ibn come, and Ibn was recording it and editing the footage and uploaded one episode like that, and we started trying to do something like that. Then it went to I figured out how to stream it live and upload the videos to the YouTube and make it interactive. I did all of this shit myself. Nobody taught me how to do nothing. Look at all this shit I made. The callers can call in right here. I can set the Zoom up. I figured all that out by myself. And I said all that to say, like, yo, if it's anything that you want to do in life, bro, just do it. You don't even really got to write a game plan. I wrote a business plan for the shop, but I ain't writing no business. But I did kind of write a plan for the podcast, 'cause I just wrote down shit I was going to talk about. Whatever happened during the week, I would have it written down. I'll have topics, NBA, NFL, soccer, trades, whatever, and I would just write points to talk about. And you could do that. I don't got to do that now. I turn the mic on and just talk. But if I was more organized, I would still do that. But I feel like I don't need to, because it is what it is. I know what I want to talk about. And but whatever it is, you can do it, bro, or gal, whoever is listening. There's a lot of people that listen to this podcast. There's a lot of people that are probably sitting on ideas or something that you really, really wanted to do. Do it, bro. Just do it. For real. It's really simple. Just start it. Just try. You start it. If it work out, it work. And everything. And it's another thing. Everything will work out. You just got to keep on going. This is 4 years later, right? I get a solid amount of people that listen. People hit me and say they listen. I can see the numbers. This, that, and the third. But it's nowhere. It's grown so much since its start, but it's still got many different heights that to reach, that it will reach, and that we want the podcast to reach. Like, this really is still just the beginning. I told you, and I'll keep saying this, I will make 1,000 episodes if I got to. Somehow, some way, this is going to be a platform that people are going to be able to come on, talk this talk. We're going to get sponsors. It's all that. I'm telling you, I see it. I know all that's going to happen. I'm going to keep making episodes until it does. And that's what you got to do. Whatever you start, it might start off slow. It might not be how you want it to be, but I'm stick with it and keep going, and it definitely is going to bubble. It's going to pop. It's serious. Like, it's no way around that. Episode 203. I would make it the Steve Francis episode, but y'all know what happened already with Steve Francis when he played me back in the day when I was a young boy, not a young boy, young man, and that was my favorite player. I like Maryland because of Steve Francis. This will never be the Steve Francis episode. Maybe this is the Stephon Marbury episode. Yeah, this could be the Stephon Marbury episode. Iverson, that's like, all right, can we think of a different three? It's mad people with the number 3, but this is gonna be the Allen Iverson episode. Stephon Marbury episode, just because I feel like I'm in a Knicks mood because they're talking about trades and Damian Lillard to the Knicks, and it's a lot. It's a lot going on right now. Are we gonna get Dame? I'll talk about that. The NBA Finals, we'll talk about that. The Olympics, they called up Keldon Johnson and JaVale McGee instead of a lot of different other people. We'll talk about that. And before we do all of that and we do the sponsors, make sure that y'all rate and review. Excuse me, I'm rubbing my eye. I got allergies. Make sure y'all rub and review on the iTunes podcast app. If you're watching it live or you like to watch the video, then subscribe to the YouTube. And it's all on the website, www.shopheirlooms.store. Subscribe to the YouTube and like the video and all that type of shit. Stephon Marbury episode. Let's get to the sponsors so we can get going. This podcast is sponsored by Shop Heirlooms Premier Vintage Goods and Memorabilia. You can follow the shop as well as the podcast on all social media at Shop Heirlooms, ShopHeirlooms. Y'all just missed it. It was a 50% off code sent via email to all the patrons, from the shop. You heard? So when you go to the website, you can subscribe to the website. You're prompted to do so. And if you follow the shop on social media, then, you see when the codes get dropped in the story and shit like that. And you know that it's mad wave and you can go and cop up and make sure you look like how you need to. So when take a little thing to go get some ice cream or something like that, you look like you know what you're doing out there, and then you can make sure things work out in your favor. You heard? Come pull up to the shop. And if you can't make it, like I just gave the website, go hit the website, www.shopheirlooms.store. Next day shipping on every order, unless you order on a Saturday. Post office closed on Sunday, so you gotta wait till Monday. And that's it. So let's play the intro music. Let me pull it to the slideshow, and be right back. What? Wait a minute. It ain't playing. Why it's not playing? Play. iTunes always fucking around. Come on, bro. Stop playing. Let me see if I play another song. Hopefully it don't, what's that shit called? Okay, no, it's just not working. I thought it's frozen or something. Because the song is coming up. I thought it was, when you play the wrong song, YouTube would get you the fuck out of here. I just closed iTunes. Let me open it back up again and see what's going on. Look at that picture. Raymond Felton, Mozgov, Gallinari, Wilson Chandler, Amari. We traded everybody in that picture damn near for Melo, and that was the dumbest trade in Knicks history. We never should have done that trade. I'm never going to go back on that. That was so stupid, and we shouldn't have done it. Stupid. Here we go. Intro music right here. Ooh, I thought I was sly and slick. It's still loading. God damn, iTunes. Am I clicking the wrong one?
I used to roll me a big fine L and watch a whole lot of basketball and Seinfeld. Aside from my fish scale clientele, there are a few things I know as well as basketball and Seinfeld. 40 carats, phrases, 40 parrots. Mimic the style, you get embarrassed. Ditch the filthy habits. In a limousine, every limousine covered in supply fabrics. Still wreaking havoc for them cash that will rob you for your pack. Back when Robert Pack was a maverick who had chicks to give wavy wop. It's not trading cards when I say your shorty gave me tops. Teeth look like chiclets, big and white like Rick Smith's. I'm at my Travis best. The rest is average at best, and this that land bias in its purest form. Word is Bon Jovi, word is Sean. If you don't recognize it, you'll respond. Catch a bigger bullet than George Marathon. Ric Flair with the chops. And they thought he's gonna flop. Finally back on the top. I already made it to the finals playing with Sagana Job.
Finally back. Shout out to your old Drew. Yo, first things first. Damian Lillard is not coming to the Knicks. I'm sorry to break it to all the people that this is what usually happens. A list comes out, right? This happens over and over and over and over again. The Knicks are on the list. That came out. Knicks fans did not make the list. The player who wants to be traded or a free agent or whatever, the list comes out. This happened with the Dolphins too. The Knicks are on the list. People say, oh, there goes Knicks fans again. We didn't make the list, bruh. Damian Lillard put that list out and the Knicks are on the team. Why? People switch the shit and be like, Knicks fans are so thirsty, this, that, and third. I will never understand that, but whatever. Damian Lillard puts the list out. People say he's going to come to the Knicks. Knicks fans give, this trade would be good, this, that, and third, whatever. It doesn't happen. He goes someplace else, and then Knicks fans are called crazy and a pie in the sky and all this type of bullshit. I don't think Damian Lillard is coming to the Knicks. You heard it here first. And all of y'all don't think he coming here either, and you don't want him to. If he does, y'all going to be mad as hell. The proposed trade package was Obi Toppin. No, that was for Colin Sexton. It was no proposed trade topic. Proposed trade for Damian Lillard. But they were saying on Twitter, people were saying like, oh, the Knicks can't give up R.J. Barrett. The Knicks can't give up Obi Toppin. Y'all are crazy, bro. If we could get Dame, all them niggas gotta go. It don't matter. No, don't gut the roster like we did for Melo. But Damian Lillard is way better than Melo ever was. I'm sorry if you disagree with that, but Damian Lillard is way better than Melo. But if we could get him and only give up like a couple of the young cats quickly, RJ or something like that, and Obi, who cares, bruh? Do what we got to do and let's get Lillard to the Garden, bruh. But it's not gonna happen. I don't know. I don't think he's going to get traded anywhere. He's not going to the Warriors. He's not going to the Lakers. It's Warriors, Lakers, Knicks. Warriors, Lakers, Knicks, and one more team. I forgot the last team. It was 4 teams. I don't think it's going to happen, though. And you heard Dame say, because I think Dame is feeling that pressure pause of like, oh, yo, Dame used to shit on ill on people for going to super teams, this, that, and the third. So I don't think he really want to follow that route. Realistically, I think he's gonna stay in Portland. If we could get him though, I'll be excited. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Now, Dame playing in the Olympics? Dame is playing in the Olympics right now. This is a nice segue to the Olympics. The Olympic team, people were mad and going crazy. We talked about this last episode about them losing. They're winning now. Zach LaVine was wilding. Jeremy Grant and one more person had the wrong ski or in the protocol, so they had to be replaced. Who was it? It was Jeremy Grant and it was Bradley Beal. I think both of them aren't going. And they could have brought up Ja Morant. I mean, you got to look at who's on the team already right now and what do you need. It's about fit. And I haven't seen them play one game yet. I just saw highlights, but I got to see one of these warm-up games, exhibition games. They just won another one versus Spain. Rubio was lighting them the fuck up too. USA, y'all better get it together, but they won. Zach LaVine was wild, and then they brought up Keldon Johnson and they brought in JaVale McGee. Now, people don't understand how rosters, I think, are constructed. You can't just have just the best players, even though in this case maybe you can, but the level of basketball, the level of competition, I guess, is on the rise, and you don't have the Kobe's, LeBron's, Chris Paul's, Jason Kidd's. You don't have those type of leaders and players on the team. So it's not really like the USA teams of the past. It's more like the USA team that got like bronze with Iverson and Marbury and all of them for real. And it's unfortunate for Coach Pop. because people are saying, oh, is Pop even a good coach? You know what I mean? Because his constituents, they win, this, that, and the third. I'm not going to ill on Pop like that. I'm just going to say that the team, he just don't got the same hitters. And he got to work with what he working with. And Keldon Johnson played for the Spurs. Why wouldn't he call him up? That's his player. He going to give him valuable experience, and he played well. And he going to be comfortable playing for Pop. And JaVale McGee, I guess you need a big sometimes. You had Kenneth Faried dunking everything. So just take it easy. I was telling Cousin Gary, a.k.a. #RussGang, who we got to have back on the pod. We haven't had him on the pod in a minute. I was telling him that you can't, USA supposed to dominate. Like, just relax, bro. Let's see what happens. Let's just see. These games don't even count. They're not supposed to lose, I know, but they lost. They were losing to Australia again. Patty Mills was whooping their ass last year. Stuff like that. But let's let the games count first before we start illing. I don't think this is a major topic or point of what's the name yet. Not yet. The NBA Finals. You heard it here first. Congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks for winning the 2021 NBA Finals. They did it. Tomorrow. Well, they're going to do it tomorrow. The Phoenix Suns smoked it. Chris Paul smoked it. He's supposed to win a championship. This was his chance. His opportunity. I don't want to hear about injuries. He's hurt. I don't want to hear about none of that. This was the chance and time to do it. He didn't do it. He's not going to do it. It's over. They're not going to win 2 games in a row. I just don't think they are. They lost 3 games in a row after winning the first 2. Now, they could win the next 2, but the way Chris Middleton is playing, which I told you guys from the beginning, if Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday come to play, if you follow me on any social media, you'll see in the stories, I kept saying before every game, if Drew and Chris Middleton if Chris got 30, it's over. They're not going to lose. Greek is going to get his fucking 35 and 15. He's going to do that every game. That's irrelevant. It's what everybody else does. And that's why the Phoenix Suns are going to lose. Drew is stepped up now. He's hitting shots. He ripped the ball from Devin Booker. It's so sad we don't got the Mamba around no more. Because I know Cole would have told him he would have did one of them. What's the thing he did before when he was breaking down players, the breakdown joint? I know he would have did one and said, why are you trying to get all the way to what were you doing? Get a bucket. He dribbled all the way, and I don't know why Chris Paul didn't move Drew out of the way on that still. But just move him away. But I just don't see it happening. That was their chance. If they would have went up 3-2, they would have won. But I think they're going to lose tomorrow, and that's it. In Phoenix. If it's a Game 7, then shit, that'd be amazing. But I really think Milwaukee's going to win. Devin Booker was illin'. You need Cliff to ill. Cliff is playing good, too. I mean, his numbers-wise, but it's not what he was doing to the Clippers. They needed that Cliff to show up. And maybe he's hurt. I don't know, but it's over. I think Finals MVP is going to go to Greek, obviously. Look at his numbers. His numbers are better than Middleton's. But his numbers were good, though. Chris Middleton saved the series. They were down 0-2. And once he started hitting all those shots, he won the series for them. It wasn't Greek. Finals MVP, the writers love a story. And Greek is going to get it, just like he get the MVPs, even though he don't deserve them. There's nothing we could do about that. But I think Chris Middleton was the most important player for the Milwaukee Bucks. And then Drew was only the cherry on top, for real. And Greek, irrelevant. We know what he's going to do. He's a center. He's tall. He's quick. He's agile. That's what's going to happen. Stop, please. The Milwaukee Buckets. Shout out to the Milwaukee Buckets. That's an insider right there. We know it's the Bucks. And we know they might as well be the fucking Yucks. I don't like Greek. I really don't think he's skilled. I don't think he's good at basketball. He's super athletic. He can move. He's not okay. I'm not gonna say he's not good at basketball. He's not good at the skill aspects of basketball. He's okay, and he just happened to be big, strong, and tall and fast. Pause. But I think they're going to win, so congratulations to them. This is a congratulations. That's going to be the title to this episode. Congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks for winning the NBA championship. Because it's over. Sorry. It's sad, but it is what it is. Excuse me. And I think that's it. I think we got everything really covered. It's slow, man. Once the draft pick up, we're gonna live stream the draft. Once the redraft for the S&P Fantasy Football League, excuse me, that's gonna be live and exciting. And once football starts picking up and there's a lot of more stuff going on, we'll have more stuff to talk about. But we're not just gonna get up here and just yap. And if it was somebody else that I could dissect, then pause, then that would be the case. But it is what it is. We can leave it here. Before we go though, we gotta make sure we look at the Jason Burke tweet of the week. Where's my boy Jason Burke at? Let's go to Twitter. We're gonna look at the Twitter real quick. Everything takes a long time to load. There goes 777. Numerology cats. That's good luck, right? Okay. Come on, load this shit up. Here we go. Jason Burke got something good to say. We always know he does. We got to get Jason Burke onto the podcast. We have to. Here we go. Jason. The cone of shame turns into a science lesson. Got to see what that's about. Jason Burke. Tonight, I will start taking Lipitor to lower my cholesterol, and I am supposed to take it at bedtime every day. Despite the side effects, I already have some of the same side effects. Despite the side effects, I already have some of the side effects from other medication. Okay, rest in peace, Biz Marquis. True. We're going to get the 2-for-1 because that was a little bit, that wasn't the energy we need. Some of my friends are paying to see the new Space Jam movie, even though it can be easily downloaded for free and full quality. The problem with piracy, other than the illegality, is that I don't know why I had I just had a brain fart just now. Illegality, right? I don't know why that word is a what's the name word. I had 1730 on the SAT. That was weird. But and I got a 196 out of 200 on the praxis on the reading and writing part. But anyway, illegality. I don't know why. I don't know. Is that if movies or other media is non-profitable enough, then it might not be made anymore? Who cares? I'll watch Space Jam and give y'all the review or whatever. But if you made it this far, shout out to you for listening. Shout out to me for keeping you entertained. Episode number 203 of the Left Hand Labs podcast. Stephon Marbury episode. Make sure y'all follow the shop as well as the podcast on all social media at Shop Heirlooms. ShopHeirlooms. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube. Shop Heirlooms on YouTube and like the video. And that's it. All right. Until next week. Eyes open. We out of here. Keep going. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Left Hand Labs podcast. Happy birthday to you. We out.